Moisture just streaming across the area that has seen it in the past 24 hours. It will not stop. Take a look. We're looking at water vapor right now. Beautiful plume of moisture. As you see those green colors, that's a very, very moist environment. And that's one of the big ingredients you need for severe weather. So take a look at this. We're looking at some severe weather picking up. Lots of lightning embedded just north of Little Rock, heading towards Memphis and Paducah. And as we'll zoom in right now across parts of Illinois, we are seeing some embedded lightning bolts embedded in all of that very heavy rain. Now, this area has already seen significant flooding. You don't need any more rain, but unfortunately, that's what you have as we get through the next 24 hours. We're looking at this line of storms that's moving towards Searcy. This is current radar right now, and it's definitely having lots of lightning embedded in it. Farther south, though, Dallas, Abilene, San Angelo, lots of showers picking up, and that severe threat continues throughout later this evening and into the overnight hours, unfortunately. Taking a look at Fort Worth, once again at Dallas, seeing that line of cells picking up, and we're also watching some embedded cells starting to develop. Notice they're kind of speckled looking. That's right along the 10 right there. That's the indication that's a very unstable environment, and that's going to be a breeding ground for even more severe weather to come. Alex? So the state of Texas, especially across the eastern side of Texas, you are in the severe threat once again. You're expected to see from Corpus Christi, Houston, all the way over towards Jackson. That's where you have the best chance of seeing the largest hail, the strongest winds, and yes, the chance of a tornado or two. In fact, we do have a couple of torcons in effect. We have a torcon of 3 for parts of southeastern Texas and a torcon of 3 for much of Louisiana. Now that's on a 1 to 10 scale. So that essentially means you have a 30% chance of seeing a tornado within 50 miles. I mentioned all the right ingredients that we have in place. We have it. We have lots of moisture in place from the Gulf of Mexico. We have that storm system. It's a very warm environment. Warm air rises, cold air falls. That's essentially what's happening here. That warm air is allowing some lift, and that's what we need to see that threat for thunderstorms. We also have these strong upper level winds allowing to bring in some shear, and that's where we have that threat for severe. Houston, timing you out. We start seeing the first signs of bubble trouble as we get into Wednesday afternoon, 1 p.m. Central Time. You see this line of storms heading into Houston. That's going to continue and be the story through the rest of the afternoon. It's going to head east by 8 p.m. Galveston starting to see that, but then we just stay very scattered. You get another whammy of storms by 3 a.m. Thursday Central Time. So it's kind of a 1-2 punch. We have them in the afternoon and then unfortunately once again in the evening and overnight hours. As we head into Thursday, the severe threat shifts east. Now Jackson, once again, you're still in the severe threat. If we head over to Birmingham, Montgomery, Mobile, and New Orleans, you're just outside of that threat. Once again, that's the best chance of seeing the strongest winds, the largest hail, and yes, that chance for a tornado. As we take a look at Jackson, Mississippi, not good. Wednesday night, and then once again Thursday, all that chance for thunderstorms. The temperatures stay very warm. Our overnight lows barely get below 60 degrees, Alex. So take a look at this. Into tonight, we have the moisture in place. We also have the disturbance that's going to be heading east, instigating more of that stormy conditions. We also have these stronger mid-level winds to add to that threat for shear. So take a look outside right now. We do have some storms heading up, heading towards Memphis, heading towards Paducah, and this line of storms has embedded lightning strikes and that heavy torrential rain. We'll continue to see that pummel the region as we get through the next 24 hours. As we take a look into Illinois, Mount Vernon, St. Louis, starting to see those cells moving just right into the northeast, right over I-55. So definitely slow down if you're planning on traveling at any point. Slow down because these storms can really pack a punch with those really strong, heavy showers. We're looking in Arkansas right now. Jonesboro seeing a line of storms. Not only do we have the heavy rain that's indicated by this radar, it's also giving us a nice idea of how strong the winds could be. We could most likely be seeing some pretty strong winds as these storms push through the area. A lot of energy is embedded in these storms, especially as we head into Texas. Abilene, Dallas, San Angelo, seeing all these scattered thunderstorms popping up. And so unfortunately, we can expect them to become severe in nature as we get through the rest of today and into tonight. A lot of times when you have these overnight thunderstorms, it's a very dangerous situation. I-20 being impacted by those storms at the moment. Austin, we're starting to see some bubbles popping up of those storms, and that'll be the case as we get through tonight. Alex?